The acting national chairman of the Labour Party has prayed the Abuja Division of the Federal High Court to compel the Inspector General of Police to eject the party's embattled national chairman, Julius Abure, from its party's national secretariat. Now, in a fresh suit filed before Justice Ahmed Mohammed, Apapa also sought a perpetual injunction restraining Abure and three other suspended national officers from further representing or parading themselves as national chairman and officers of the party. The plaintiffs had sued Abure as suspended national chairman, Farouk Umaru, suspended national secretary, Ojuku Clement, suspended organizing secretary, Oluchi Okpara, suspended national treasurer, and IGP as first to fifth defendants, respectively. Now, in the latest case dated June 1, the plaintiffs sought 9 reliefs, which include an order setting aside or nullifying all steps or proceedings conducted by the first to fourth defendants, actions or decisions taken, documents or correspondences prepared, authored, signed, and issued by them after they were restrained by the FCT High Court on April 5 and suspended by the National Executive Council of the Labour Party on May 3, 2023. They said by the party's constitution, Abure, having been suspended by the National Executive Committee, cannot continue to hold himself out as the national chairman of the party, which is a privilege only enjoyed by members of the party. It's clearly more than this, but we can begin the conversation from here. Now, still with us in the studio and joining us virtually as well is Nick Agule and Great Imur. Thank you for staying with us for the second segment of VOP this morning. It's quite interesting to see that Apapa is back again in the news concerning the Labour Party. You recall that when Apapa was incessant concerning the chairmanship of Julius Abure for the Labour Party, it felt like he was being sponsored because his offshoots, it was necessary at the time to possibly create a sense of unsettlement or disorganization within the Labour Party. What would you say concerning him coming back again, concerning who ought to be the chairman of the Labour Party? This question, I will start with Great Imur.
Well, in Nigeria, politics our politics is a bizarre arrangement. That is why things that are very obvious, simple rules of political parties are not followed. I can tell you, you talked about you thinking it was because of it was targeted at the case going on. I don't think that is far from the truth, because we know that one of those the ruling party, even in the recent commission at the tribunal, had made reference that one of their opponents was not actually a member of the party. The exact thing that Pampa had, said, the public. It was, I think everybody understands this is simply a strategy to want to undermine the petition. I don't think it's really about the party, because we all know in political parties, every political party has its constitution. Even when you invite police or the in political party affairs, the organization, the political party is recognized by the Constitution, and their Constitution is subject to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've not seen any political party in Nigeria where members, without the National Executive Council of a party, can actually remove a party chairman. So Apampa a party chairman through the back door, and not especially after they have been suspended by the National Executive Council of the party, is just because we are a country that likes impunity, and those who want to take advantage of what is happening are the ones funding it. There's nothing to beat around the bush. Beyond election, these people were actually suspended. For whatever reason, they can go to court to actually challenge a suspension as members. But those as political party in question who are giving them impetus, who are urging them to do it, are doing it for their own pecuniary interest. But everybody knows this is what is going on. Otherwise, if you have an issue within your political party, you are leaving even issue within your political party, hinting at a case concerning the candidate of the party, it's already obvious that you are being engaged to do a dirty job against your political party, even when you had issues that anybody could sympathize with you. You have already bungled it. You are a member of the National Executive Council, of the National Working Committee. You had a disagreement. Abure, nobody has said Abure is right. None of them are politicians. But the idea is the timing, the way and manner, and the things you are hinting at has gone beyond your interest or your legitimate right as a political party member. But it is now hinting at something that everybody is now aware of, that why you are doing this is not even for your right, but it's because you want to be used to achieve another purpose. The impact Pampa and the rest of them are asking for is for their reinstatement, that maybe their constitution was violated. But you have left that, and here and there and everywhere you are writing tribunal up and down, trying to ask tribunal to disqualify candidates of your party. It's obvious that you have been bought over. I don't know whatever anybody wants to tell me. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Great. That was straight to the point.
Exactly.
Nick, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, Nick. Let's look at the feeble stance that Labour Party seems to have taken right now. It seems to be, not standing on its 2 feet. This is a party that has just recently come to prominence. All right, the party has gathered momentum during the elections, but these fights here and there makes one wonder about its longevity. What do you think about the possibility of the party, living long or longer?
Thank you very much.
The party needs vitamin C.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, I have 2 views here.
Okay.
The first view is that Lamidi Apapa has all the rights to approach the courts to seek relief for anything that he wants the court to grant him. That is a constitutional right granted to every Nigerian to approach the courts. The courts are manned by judges who are well learned. They are able to
Okay. Possibly a call came in. All right. Great. Are you there with us? Okay, I think there are some glitches there. Moses, it's quite interesting the question you asked, because you made it sound like they needed some tonic or vitamin C to help themselves sustain.
One would wonder, at this stage, one would expect a more united party. If it's going to stand the test of time, if it's going to last another 8 years in power and gather more seats at the National Assembly, one would expect that, okay, the party should put its house in order. But
it's still the same, Apapa. A lot of questions surrounds the man. It almost feels like when the party seems to be painted in a good light or seems to have its support, then he comes up to stir up things.
All right, we've reestablished contact with our guests. Nick, you may proceed with your thoughts.
So, sorry for that interruption. So what I was saying is that Lamidi Apapa already laid cards open on the table for us to see his motive. Because when this crisis orchestrated by him was generating all the tension within the Labour Party. And I think he got a court ruling that asked Abure to step aside, even though the court didn't install him as chairman he took on the position of chairman. And immediately he unilaterally took on the position of chairman, he wants to say he wants to withdraw Labour Party's cases from out of the courts. And that totally betrayed whatever motive that he has, that this fight that he's engaging in is to ensure that Labour Party does not contest the electoral defeat that they experience at the federal, at the presidential, National Assembly, and then at the state elections. So that's his motive, and I think it's not right of him, because you see, the Labour Party caused a lot of waves. The Labour Party won 12 states in Nigeria. States that the president won. The Labour Party won 75% of the votes that the president won, because the president won 8 million votes. The Labour Party won 6 million votes. And for a party that only started to form when Mr. Peter Obi left the PDP to join, I think some people now think that the Labour Party is a real threat. And if they are allowed to prosper, they are allowed to form, to groom themselves, to unite, in 4 years' time, they will become a real force. And my reading of events, I have no internal knowledge, but my reading of events and forming my opinion as a public affairs analyst is that people are now funding the destruction of the Labour Party. And I think that's not right. But the courts are going to adjudicate on this. And I think if I read the minds of the court about this latest case, I think the courts are seeing it as a nuisance, really, because the judge has just adjourned the matter to November. This is July. The judge adjourned the matter to November. That will tell you that the judge is really not interested in pushing this forward. So let Lamidi Apapa continue with his judicial processes. He has the right to do that, but the courts are going to decide.
All right, then. I must say a very big thank you to you, gentlemen. Great Imo and Nika Gule for staying with us this morning.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
All right, have a beautiful day.
Thank
you very much. Great. All right, then. So we'll take on business now. Right after that, we'll get into entertainment and sports. Stay with us.